So how do you guys want it? I mean, we got stir fried, pan fried, grilled, barbecued, deep fried. You want Korean style, double deep fried. I mean, baked, roasted. We got a lot of chicken bowl to cook, baby. We got a lot of chickens to cook today because we cook them on the pitch. I don't care what nobody's saying, bro. That may be Tottenham Stadium, but the deed and the name on that deed is Arsenal Football Club. We run that stadium. We run that city, baby. And it's just how it is, bro. It's just how it is. Get used to that, bro. 3 on the spin in your stadium, Spurs fans, in your stadium. Listen, it's comfy in our shadow, bro. We're getting even a little bigger now. You know what I'm saying? Sit tight, because y'all gonna be there for a long, long time, baby. What's goody, everybody? It's Full-Time Trip. We are back in the building for another special edition. The international break is over and we're back, and I'm dressed in all black because we had to attend a funeral this morning, y'all. We hardly knew ye the hopes and thoughts of seriousness of Spurs Football Club. We all should have known better. At some point, we thought they turned the corner, but back to them same old ways they go. Back to them same old ways. These scrubs lost in their own stadium, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Let's talk about it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope y'all been well. Hope y'all have been good. Because over the past week and change, 2 weeks, it's been nothing but turmoil in the Arsenal fan base, especially on social media. Everybody's panicking. Again, Odegaard injured. Mikel Merino still out. Calafiori injured on international break. We have like 5+ injuries. Like, so much stuff has been going on. Rice suspended for this game. There's been so much that's been boiling over in the fan base. And whew, I gotta take a breath, but just understand, I know there's worries, I know there's fears, but we can rest assured that we have a great damn team that's going to put their bodies and their blood, sweat, and tears on the line for us. You could see that. You can see that. All the panicking, all the fears. I know, I have some of them too, worrying about how we're going to approach this game. And again, it's Spurs best 11, so I'm not that fearful, but whatever. I'm more fearful of the fact that we just don't have our starting players with us. And we've been riddled with injury. So I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. And we got to pick up a win. And so I feel so much, I feel so much more assured when, one, that starting whistle goes off, because I know we're going to give our every single bit of energy and effort towards the game, any game, but especially this one, especially North London Derby. Can't be nothing less than that. But the fact that we have such a good squad in us, man. Again, we got 2 uncles in the midfield pivot, but they're not terrible uncles, you know what I'm saying? Especially Jorginho. Jorginho put in a shift today, even though he was running at full speed and only went 5 miles per hour. We appreciate that effort, gang. We appreciate that defensive nous, that you know what I'm saying, the organizing, being the leader. We appreciate that, Unc. We do. The legwork that has been put in, the absolute shifts that have been put in to again supplement and supplement the losses of Rice and Odegaard were just fantastic. It was just fantastic today, and it was not our best. It was not our best. I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be playing up. Let me start with what didn't go so well. As much as they put in the effort, they put in legs, that midfield was just very, very sloppy. I think the team in general was very sloppy, but especially in attacking transition, we couldn't find the pockets as often as we wanted to spring counterattacks or find the decisive pass into the box or entering the final third. It was very, very rustic today. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there was more. I swear there was like 4 or 5 instances where one of our midfield players would get over the ball and then you just get stuck over the ball. Because again, that's part of Tottenham's press. They were trying to be really high. They were very attacking. They were smelling blood, I guess, whatever that means to them. But there were some instances where the mobility or the lack thereof of our midfield kind of played into the fact that we couldn't spring passes often as we wanted to. And again, that played into some effectiveness. There were some, again, passes into the midfield that were kind of going into attacking transition from like Trossard as well that weren't so great. The attacking transition just wasn't fantastic today. It wasn't. Playing up, it is what it is. We just have to call spade a spade. I think Odegaard being in that space, for one, picking the right passes and being as agile enough to get out of the press or out of press attempts on him is missed. And 2, the ability to drive and carry the ball is super, super missed. And that's why Declan Rice not being here today was a hit as well, in my opinion. We needed that consistent drive who will make people ask the question, make Spurs defenders ask the question, do I commit to him or do I stay on this run or whatever? Those progressive carries, those things, those, again, drives in towards the box is something that I think we missed desperately across the game. I really, again, would have loved Declan Rice to be here, but of course the crap that is the PGMOL dominates that conversation. So it's red tape. I'm just going to leave that alone. But speaking of them for a second, ref was absolutely out of control. Like 7, excuse me, I think it was 7 yellow cards in the first half that tied the most in Premier League history. I was like, bro, what are we doing here? There were so many things. Again, Saliba, after a whole weekend of maybe one other instance where somebody picks up the ball and delays restart, you know what I'm saying? Saliba gets picked up a yellow card. I don't know how most of the league just dodges these decisions, and for us, it's letter of the law every time. Stupid as hell, but we move on. There was a lot of things that were just given too quickly, and I'll put a spade a spade. I don't think Kulusevski probably should have got a yellow card, but I think the yellow cards were just given away too loosely. They were given away too loosely, and I just didn't understand the decision making. Again, the game was bigger than the referee. He could not manage it. He could not handle it, and that's why we saw so many yellow cards that we saw. But back to the rest of the game, even with no midfield, that is not our prime. That's not Odegaard, Rice, Mikel Merino and stuff. No option for Calafiori to possibly go in. Even without that, I want to say we stuck in there well. Even when they had their little spells and moments, the organization defensively and especially in defensive transition to stuff out how many times that they had to run at us was fantastic. That's their bread and butter. That's what they want to get off on and stuff like that. But I don't think they had really a chance off of the straight full-on counters or fast breaks. I think really the only major chances came from a set pieces, maybe one odd cross into the boxes. Most of them were crap from them, and then the other one was the only shot they had in the first half with the Werner one up close. That was it. Their attacking transition it was rendered ineffective throughout the entire game, and that is a credit to the organization, the absolute work that our wingers put in, the midfield put in, the defense put in. Wonderful stuff. I think that was something to be very, very much highlighted, because the defensive work in this game, especially with them fast breaking, and that's what they do. They want to get aggressive, they want to get on you, and they want to try and move quickly. I think it was wonderful the way we snuffed that out. So that's cool. Performances wise, again, I will call spade a spade. One, I think this wasn't one of Ben White's best games. I'll be honest. Ben White, I think, didn't have too great of a game. I think it was a little bit rash, a little bit nervous, but that's okay. I'm not mad at that. He still put in a shift. He still put in his effort, tried to put people off and did his thing. But again, just not one of the best games I've seen from him. Again, we know the midfield had their issues and stuff like that. The attack had their issues. I would say I don't think Martinelli had as bad of a game as people think. I think the final actions are bad. I think the final actions need to be better, but his work rate and his ability to get into those positions was quality. He did get into position. I think he had the most carries into the box or some stat. He had like 8 and the rest of the team had 4. He had like 7 or 9 touches in the box in the first half. Like, he was getting into those areas. But again, this is the same problem that other people may have with like a Marcus Rashford or whatever. Yeah, damn right I'm saying that. It's the final action. It's that final move can you make? Because there was instances where Saka was across the box. He could have slid it. There was instances where he could have finished a little bit better when he's one-on-one with Vicario. There's a lot of things that he could have employed better in the final action, and that's what I'm so bent up out of shape over. I'll never stop believing in this kid. He is great. He has greatness in him. He can be a world beater. That is the same Martinelli that scored 15 goals and almost broke the Brazilian goal-scoring record for a PL player in a season. So I'm like, he has it in him. It's just, I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or if it's just getting used to that role. Even regardless, anything, it's down to him to figure out how to find that next level and find that consistency again with his final action, with his shooting, with his passing, vision, looking up. But outside of that, I think he still had a good game. So call that what you will. But I still think he put a shift in. But on to the standout performers before we get up out of here. I want to highlight a few people. First and foremost, Bukayo Saka, again, influential. Non-consistent where? More consistent where? He scored in he has like five contributions in like 4 games. Where? You saw how quickly Perez corrected that statement, didn't you? You saw it, didn't you? Okay then. So I just think that Saka's just star boy. He does what he does. I hope he's not too badly injured. I think it was a shin again that he came off with. Problem there, but hopefully it's nothing much. But every time you see it, trying to make the right decision, trying to find a way out, consistent threat, and crossing ability. Mwah, love that. We need deliveries like that, baby. More of those, baby. More of those. Next up, I wanted to highlight, let's go Havertz. Kai Havertz put an absolute shift. And whether you may have seen it or not, so much of this game depended on him to get us up the pitch and to have some standing in position to where we're not overrun. Most of those goal kicks, as per usual, him in the 9, those balls from David Raya, those goal kicks, they're going straight to him. They're going straight to him to either contest, defend, whatever. But hold up play, aerial duels, ground duels, just covering channels, defensive work, pressing. That was a composed performance. I think we had some bad touches and bad moments in terms of controlling the ball, but I don't think he was a part of too many of them. I think he was a part of very little of them, honestly. I think he had a fantastic game, in my opinion. The work that has to go into corralling so much, especially when Odegaard is out and he's the one that usually leads a press. I think him taking that responsibility as well is such a big thing. It's such a big step. So I really enjoyed his performance. I think he was a standout. Again, he was up for it. He wasn't going back down from nobody in that stadium, and I love what I saw. But let's get to the 2 standout players, I think, from this game. One of them, and I'm bullying. I don't know who's man of the match. I got one or the other. But I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, make a decision here. Jurrien Timber. I want to shout him out, man. Jurrien Timber. We said this from a long time ago when he was missing that ACL in that first game last season. We lost so much. We lost so much ability, so much composure, so much threat in all phases of the pitch. Note that all phases. Today, he was a threat everywhere and he was a safety net everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Comfortability in possession, the ability to pick a good pass, the pace, the physicality, 1v1 defending. Brennan Johnson was barely getting nothing out of him. And I love that. Even when he was pressed, he was composed, he was calm. He found his ways out. Again, there was a couple troubling moments. I didn't want to go into like too many 50-50s. Again, his knee, I'll give up my ACL if I need to, but he was composure today. And that's what I want to see. That's one of those things we were missing, bro. He's fantastic. He's fantastic. And now we're starting to see that in full flow. He was great today. He was wonderful today in all phases. Defense, he was composed. He was right with everybody. Possession, out of possession, midfield, his drives and sprints up. Even in the attack, he was finding things. I just wanted some of the final actions to be a little bit more consistent. But again, getting his left back, trying to sprint all the way up and do some madness is crazy. But he's doing the damn thing. Jurrien Timber, we miss you. Keep them verses going, baby. And on to my man of the match. Let's talk about him real quick. It should be nobody else. The goal scorer, Gabriel O Monstro Magalhaes. Let's talk about him, man. The highest scoring center back in the world today. Let's really talk about this. A guy that's been so undersold, one of the first people to buy into this project. Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. Put in a monstrous defensive performance today and a monstrous attacking moment today. That's what I love to see. A guy's been discredited a lot in this Arsenal side when there's so many quality people. Let's not get it twisted. He is one half of the best partnership in this league. He is one half. I love Saliba to death. I think that's going to be the best center back, you know what I'm saying, in the world. He could be a Premier League legend at some point, but I don't want to discredit the fact that Gabriel is putting in work and grinded from the days he came early and had to struggle with other players and other teams and things that weren't as optimal. And now he's in a place where he can be an absolute pillar, an absolute colossus in moments like those. I mean, like, what do you want, man? What more do you want? Back this guy, bro. Back this guy. He's been putting in the work to be one of the world's best, and he's showing it. He's showing it. So I'm in love. Shout out to Gabriel Magalhaes, bro. This is what we needed. And Nicholas Jover, they need to fire up the grill for you, my brother. They need to fire up the grill for you, gang. We gonna get that set up. We gonna get that set up, man. What kind of food you like, gang? Seafood, we can put that on the grill. You know what I'm saying? A couple patty melts on the grill. You know what I'm saying? We can do something for you. Nicholas Jover, you're a good man. You're a good man. But listen, that's all I got. We are in for such a long week ahead. We have Atalanta in the Champions League opener, and then we have Man City on the weekend. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about this game, what we got coming up next, your man of the match for this game, standout performances, all that stuff. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Hit them comments, man. I'm here for this whole damn season. As we go along, we're upgrading the stream, we're upgrading the scenes, we're getting guests on, we're doing all this great stuff because the Arsenal are here to stay. We're here to take names. We got a long season ahead of us. So let's take it week by week and enjoy, man. Let's enjoy. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. This has been my time. It's been a full-time trip. It's time to go, but we'll be back soon for more action. COYJ! Peace.